Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name's Simon and I'm here with Brett. And today we're going to be looking at another auction lot that I bought blind. Meaning I didn't go to the viewing day.
As Sega often doesn't.
To go and see it. I normally always do, but on this one things come up and I can't get to them all. But the reason I'm showing these now is because I bought them a while ago. This was actually last year.
Same with the last one.
Other things come up and I haven't got around to dealing with these yet. So we're dealing with them now that we've got a bit more time on our hands. And I can't go to any more auctions in person right now or anywhere else. So the reason I'm doing these is because these are a really good showing of the problem with bidding on auctions online without going. Because at the moment there are auction houses that are just doing their auctions online and all you can go by is their picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the description, and while I read the description you're going to look at this, think about what you can see and think about what you can't. Now,
which you did in the exact other video. It's
similar to our last video, but there's another thing I'm going to bring up in this one, because something happened to me with this auction that has never happened before and it could happen again. So I'm going to explain that probably after we've shown the first few items, and I'm also going to show you the good and the bad about this lot. So I'm going to read this, and all you've got to do, take a look at this, see what you can see what you can't see, and you think about this as well, Brett. Right, so we have here.
Wait a minute, just quickly.
What?
It never be unfair for me because I'm looking at it from the back.
We'll go that way a little bit. Right? You able to see?
Let's go like this.
Here we go. An original, vintage Sega Mega Drive games console with games and accessories. Games, all boxed with instructions comprising John Madden Football, Castle of Illusion, Star Wars, Desert Strike, Echo the Dolphin, Cool Spot, Toe Jam and All, Quack Shot and World of Illusion, along with a boxed Sega 32X, all untested but generally appearing in good condition. Okay, did you get that, or shall I do it again?
Yeah, do it again, I'm actually down.
Right. An original vintage Sega Mega Drive games console with games and accessories. Games, all boxed with instructions comprising John Madden Football, Castle of Illusion, Star Wars, Desert Strike, Echo the Dolphin, Cool Spot, Toe Jam and All, Quack Shot and World of Illusion, along with a boxed Sega 32X, all untested but generally appearing in good condition. Okay? So let's go through this now. What can you tell from the from this right here and from that description?
Well, you know the controls are there.
Okay.
And a Master System one.
There is a Master System one, yeah.
You can also tell that there is the Mega Drive.
Okay.
You can't tell if it's working.
No, but the problem with auction is you can't try electronics out, and you can't try games consoles out, so you would never know if they're working. But something you can do, if you went in person, is handle it. Now if you handle a games console, you could feel the weight of it. Now what would that tell me?
That there's things in there. So they're going to say if it's working.
Or
if
you know these, if you feel the weight, if it feels a bit light, you know somebody's took bits out to repair another console. So you'd be able to look at it and see whether something's missing or whether anything's broken inside of here, which I don't know if the camera can see just inside there or not, but it's not. But you can't tell anyway if it's working until you buy them. But the other things you can't tell is anything that's not shown.
And also, wait, you can't tell if games are actually in this.
Yeah. Well, it did say, or it does say games boxed with manuals.
But
so
maybe they're just saying that, and maybe they're not there.
Maybe.
You can also tell that there is a 32X.
Can you?
Box.
You can tell there's a box. Can you tell there's a 32X?
No.
Okay.
You may be able to see there's a plug.
Right. What's the plug for?
Who knows?
Well,
I can't play see from here.
right. So let's go
See,
through
that's
it.
a Sega.
Well, it's going to be Sega, but let's go through what we've got, and we'd start with the console, then we go through the games, and then we'll finish with the 32X. When I get to the 32X, I will tell you something that happened to me with this auction by bidding online that has never happened to me before, and it's something that you need to be aware of. But anyway, first of all, we have the AV or RF lead, which is there. We have two Mega Drive controllers. Both of them work. I have tested all of this.
Master System controller.
And we have a Master System controller. Now, the plug is for the Mega Drive 1. Now, where you can tell that is with the model number on here and also the end of the plug here. If this was yellow, it'd be for like the Mega Drive 2. Because it's black and this shape, it will fit in the Mega Drive 1, and it is all for that. Now, the Mega Drive, one reason why I wanted this is because I have got 5 Sega Mega Drives, including this one. My other 4, I have 3 Mega Drive 1s, which is a version 2, and I have a Mega Drive 2. Now, why I say version 2 is this is a version 1. And you can tell that because along here it says high definition graphics and stereo sound. Now, inside of here is different chips to the version 2. And also on the back you have this socket here, which on the version 2 they took away, so you only end up with these 3. So that's how you tell a version 1 from a version 2. Some people go out their way to buy one of these version 1s because they say that the sounds are better, they say the pictures are better.
Is it?
Well, other people don't really think there's much difference. To be honest, I've never compared them and really saw.
I read a good video.
We could do that one day. But I've played this console, it works, I like it, I'm going to keep it. I know I've just said I've got 5 of them, I will keep 5 of them, I love these things. So that's
Mega
that.
Drive mad. Because he's mega mad.
Well, I love the Mega Drive and I love the Master System.
Because he's mega mad.
Right.
So
what have we got?
For the games, we have Virtual Racing Deluxe.
For?
B. Is that R?
Well, is it for the 32X?
For Mega Drive 32X.
You're terrible.
By
Right.
Sega.
The only thing I don't like about the 32X games is they're in cardboard boxes. I much prefer the proper boxes.
And
But
this.
the manuals are underneath and the cartridges are there. What do you want me to answer you?
Why is it in cardboard? Did they rather have plastic?
I don't know, they just did it like this on some, I suppose.
The next game is Star Wars Arcade on the Mega Drive 32X.
Right, they're in good condition. Boxes aren't battered around much. Like, they're not as in bad condition as some things that I've seen in the past. So they're alright. It means that we've got 2 games to try on the 32X. I will get more sometime. I don't know when though.
The next game on the Sega Mega Drive is Toe Jam and O Panic on Funkatron.
Right, this is a game I actually really like, but it's a game that I've had since I was a kid, so we've got this one twice now.
Wait, is
So-
that one you have?
Yeah,
I thought you had the original.
I've got both.
The next game is Echo the Dolphin on the Sega Mega Drive
Right, again,
by Sega and Sega.
they said that, as they said in the description, they are all there with the manual. So I'm not going to open these all up, because otherwise we'll be here all day. But the condition is pretty good, so it's a nice thing. There is one thing about this lot. It sometimes makes me wonder if it was owned by 2 different people. And I'll
What about
explain
3?
that in a minute. No, 2. Right, what's next?
The next game is World of Illusion. Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck
And I
on the
think,
Sega Mega Drive.
if I remember rightly, Which is another reason, oops, excuse me.
Don't worry, his voice is going.
Another reason why it can be good and bad to buy in bulk is because you do end up with some games the same. On our last video we did, I had this game then. But this one is in better condition than the last one.
Which is very good.
Go on then.
Next game on the Sega Mega Drive is Cool Spot.
Right. This is a game that I don't think we have on the Mega Drive.
I know we have
but we have it on the Super Nintendo. But it's a good game. I like it.
Next game is Quack Attack.
Is it?
Quack Shot.
Quack
Seriously,
Shot.
why don't you have Quack Attack?
Again, this
That's
is
a really
another game
great
that I've had
name.
since I was a kid. So I've got this one twice.
And the next game is more illusions. It's the Castle of Illusion.
Right, and if I'm
Starring Mickey Mouse.
and if I'm right
On the
again,
16-bit cartridge on the Sega Mega Drive.
if I'm right again, nope, I didn't have that one on there.
No, we
So-
just already had this one.
Do we?
I think we do.
Oh, I can't.
Before you buy elsewhere.
The trouble is, I'm going to have to go through my games and see what I've got and what I haven't got sometime. But a load of games from when I was a kid, I always remember, and then games I got later on, I keep forgetting what I've got. It's one of those things. Right, come on then.
Yep, we do have it. The next game. We're just going to be looking at it all the time now.
Will you just... Yeah, no I'm not.
The next game is Captain America and the Avengers.
Yeah, a game
Why
that...
Captain America and the Avengers?
I tried this out when I bought this home.
Why is the box?
And it's in good condition, and I played this for a little while. Nice game. I enjoyed playing this.
The next game is Desert Strikes. Air Force Desert Strikes.
Right. Again, good game, good condition. Game that I like.
The next game is John Madden Football 92.
And the irony is, in the last video, if you watch that, we actually got John Madden Football 93. So we got a
This
couple
one's gone
of
back to
these.
the past.
The irony is, I'll probably play this once because I'm not really into American football. So I've tried playing it on some of the Nintendo games and I've not done it. Right, now, little story time. I bid on this lot over the internet. And the thing that happened to me was when you bid online, you have to pick a picture of the auctioneer with a video of him talking, and then down the bottom it tells you what the auctioneer's asking and what they've got. So on the asking part it was at £90 for this lot, so of course I'm going to bid on it.
And you overspent.
No,
Just
what
for this.
happened was as soon as I pressed the button to bid, there must have been a lot of other people pressing that button at the exact same time as me, because I pressed the button and it then said I was in the lead and I was winning. And when I pressed the button at £90, I actually spent £260 on this lot. It jumped up like crazy and it was far more than I was actually going to bid. And
That's one thing. I think you overspent at £90. 100, whatever that was, that's even worse.
well, at £90 I was quite happy. I had a limit of what I was going to do. And the problem was, like I said, there must have been a lot of people bidding at the same time. It's not like you take it in turns. It's, you press that button, and if there's 100 people registering their vote at the same time, you're all going to be doing it. And it's going to be whoever's first goes first, and then it's going to go through. So it jumped from £90 to £260. And the buyer's premium on that was £56.16p. So if you are bidding online, you have to be careful to make, because quite often what happens is somebody's bidding on things and it does go really slow. So somebody will bid and then there'll be a little one you can wait, and then you press yours, and then somebody else will go against you. But this time it was because of this 32X, people went crazy. It doesn't happen. What?
I really think at £90 odd, you probably should have stopped.
Well, people do spend a lot of money for the 32X, but it wasn't a matter of stopping because I only bid once. I didn't bid more than once. That was my only bid, and it jumped from that £90 to the 260, and then it said you're in the lead, and then the auctioneer went going once, going twice, 3 times, boom, and I've bought it. The problem is because I'm bidding online, it's not like you can turn around and go, hang on, I didn't mean it. You have to go with it. So the £260 ended up being my bid, which I didn't intend it to be, and it meant that I had to pay that amount of money. So I overspent on this, but I'm keeping the console, I'm keeping this, and I'm keeping the majority of the games. If I was buying this to sell, I would never make, well, actually, saying I'd never make my money back, you could make your money back off of this because of this, if there's enough people that want it. But now let's look at the 32X. What do we know about this 32X, Brett?
Well, according to here,
not according to here. What do we know about it?
it's a box.
It's a box, right. So let's open the box, shall we? Because this is how it was pictured on the catalogue. Now if you went in person, you could do all this. Right.
But of course you didn't. Wait, that's one of them you thought it was.
Here's a small unit. So here's the inside of the box.
Just a minute. Why does it need such a big box?
Because it protects it. So here's the inside of the box. Now what do we know?
It's big.
We look down in here. We know that I have the wire that will connect the 32X to the Mega Drive.
I don't know why. Why couldn't I just been in its own separate thing?
We also have the 32X unit itself with the sleeve. Now this sleeve is, if you have a Mega Drive 1, it will just fit straight in. Mega Drive 2, you need the sleeve to make it fit in snugly. Now,
That's right, that one don't need the sleeve. The Mega Drive.
No. There's a little poly bag for a couple of the bits like the console and the wire. Now in there, that's
it's
it.
Cardboard.
Okay.
In there, you have this.
Right.
Nice lump of cardboard.
Now then, what do you think's missing then, Brett?
The wire's connected to the mains.
The plug. The 32X needs its own power unit. It isn't with it. We don't have it here. It wasn't in there. The other thing, we don't have the instructions. So, if you'd never put this together before, you can get a bit confused on it. So, they didn't have the instructions. It's easy to find online. It's not the end of the world.
Here's something.
Now,
though.
hang on. There's one more bit that's missing. When you put this into here, there are some metal, a couple of metal pieces that you've pushed down into the inside of here, which is to protect it from like static and stuff like that. It doesn't have them. It didn't have them in the box, so we're missing in total 3 bits. We're missing the instructions, the shielding plates, and the plug. The shielding plates, though, I went onto eBay not long after I picked this up, and I managed to find somebody who was selling a couple of metal plates. So these are the actual metal plates that you have that go inside of here, and then they sort of rest against this. So as it's going in, that would be resting against there. He also had this other plate, but this is actually from Mega CD, so it wasn't needed with that.
Something.
They didn't cost me too much, but they are hard to find, and they could end up costing you anywhere up to £30 or more, depending on the seller. The other thing is, we don't have the plug. Thankfully though, because I said I have 5 Sega Mega Drives, I have a plug that I can use.
Just here's something.
Yeah?
Since it has its own power supply,
Yeah.
couldn't it just been its own separate system?
Well, that's the thing with this, is they made this to prolong the life of this, which to most people is a waste. Because not long after this was coming out, the Sega Saturn was coming out. So a lot of people never bought this when it first came out. I never did. I don't actually know anybody who ever owned one of these. I don't even know anybody who owned a Sega Mega CD either. So
You know yourself.
yeah, I do. And soon, me and Brett will try it out. We'll try it on the channel, and we'll see what Brett's impressions of the 32X and the Mega CD actually are. So we've got that.
I need the plates.
Well, I'm not turning it on right now. The plates are right here. So we've got that. Like I said, because I couldn't go and I didn't see it, I didn't know that the power unit was missing. I also didn't know the plates were missing, nor the instructions, which is why I said it makes me feel like this was owned by two different people, due to the fact the Mega Drive fully complete. All the games are complete, but yet the 32X is missing a few bits. But I have tried it. It does work. Works perfectly. I played it for a little bit. Brett hasn't yet, so you will try it. But that's the thing. If you are going to bid on auction right now while it's a lockdown, be aware that things could happen on the internet where loads of people bid at the same time. You might pay more than you want. Be also aware that you don't always see everything on the photos. So my advice, go to auctions by all means, but maybe wait till you can actually go in person and view everything. But for now, I hope you like this video. We're going to be doing more things coming up soon, some gameplay stuff, some more pickups that I've done in the past, and we'll see you again soon. Please consider like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.